Now this discussion is pertaining to the proposed conversion of forest land into an industrial estate in Byrnihat by the state government. We are aware of the fact that we already have industrial estate in Byrnihat, and I think even if we look at how the state has benefited out of that, we already know how exactly further investment in that particular area can bring about if it is at the cost of certain important areas where we tend not to compromise, or rather not to go at the cost of certain aspect. In this particular instant case, it is about preservation, conservation of forest. Now, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, when we talk about forest land, ours is a very different situation in respect of forest ownership. We have community forest, we have private forest, we have government reserve forest. We also have district council reserve forest. So I think it is only important for us to know and refresh our mind that we have all collectively put our efforts together to see the kind of forest coverage in the state over the years and reach the current status of forest coverage thus far. And the state has been appreciated to a great extent because of ever increasing forest coverage that the state could achieve. Hats off to the people also, because they took up various other personal interventions like horticulture, farming, etc., etc. Honorable Deputy Speaker himself must have planted how many trees? It's a matter to be appreciated. So many contributions from all the stakeholders have enabled the state to have the kind of forest coverage. And as government, we must also remember the fact that on a number of occasions, successive governments have also pleaded our case as a state to take cognizance of this important contribution by the state and the people of the state towards the environment and then forest coverage and the environment of the, in fact, every contribution to forest coverage and environment is to be appreciated, not at the level of state only, but at the national level, at the global scale. Because little drop of water make a mighty ocean. So every contribution matters. Therefore, we pleaded our case that let the state receive some kind of appreciation and let it be remunerative. All this endeavor of the state and the people must be remunerative. And we were able to prevail upon Finance Commission. And if we go back and reconnect ourselves with various other awards and recommendations of Finance Commission in the preceding decades, we have been able to get that kind of dividends from this achievement. It is a department which is manned by specific dedicated all India services and also the state cadres. So therefore, this is an area where we have achieved something, and therefore the state must be really looking at how we brand ourselves as a very special state where collectively we have achieved this. Now here it is a question of using a forest land into industrial estate. I would appreciate the submission made by the Honorable Local MLA himself, Basotun, because I think we should appreciate the fact that he's speaking on behalf of people who happens to be in that particular constituency, and also we as members of this August House represent the desire and intent and concern of the people. Now here, another aspect I just like to take and invoke a process of thinking to the government is, now this reserve forest, government reserve forest, and the state, your district council reserve forest, private forest, community forest, these are renewable sources of income. We plant trees, we must be able to harvest and get return. It becomes attractive. It is not like mineral that once we do mining, it will not be, again, the question of how we look at the assets and the sources of income. I remember many of our senior leaders in this August House very eloquently articulating about how to help the community so that forest can be a source of sustainable income. Because we cut the tree and we plant, if we cut one tree, we plant many more trees because it is remunerative. But in the instant case, what is happening is that I think we need to look at, to support the community also, and to see that all the state government reserve forests which are under the command of the State Forest Department must be protected, and in the instant case, this forest land also must be protected and preserved, since there is an alternative. I also would like to express concern because some people were whispering to me, these areas, forest land, beautiful areas, is the government intending to look at the possibility of transferring these areas for attracting investment, wherein other investment, mode of investment against, against which people are protesting will be encouraged. We may recollect that there was a strong protest about the proposal of the government to allow casinos, gambling in the state. So there is a question posed by people, and that is the only precise reason why I am participating in this short duration discussion. In the name of investment, when we have this land bank, let this investment not be designed in such a way which should go against the desire of the people and will of the people. I think this particular concern has been very elaborately articulated by people across the state, including political parties. Therefore, we must always keep in mind when we try to attract investment, let us not look at those areas of investment which will go against the core values which is close and dear to the heart of our people. So with these few words, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I want to know also a categorical assurance from the government, all these investment strategies where government is acquiring land shall not be used for those kind of investment against which the people of Meghalaya have very loudly spoken and have eloquently articulated to draw the attention of the government. And I remember before the election 2023, the government also have assured that these particular proposals of investment will not be those kind of investment which will be encouraged in the state. So I think these also need to be addressed by the government. We should have a categorical reply and assurance in this regard as well. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, with these few words, I resume my seat.